I happened to be talking to the Director of Education for Nursing at Johns Hopkins, and she showed me an application on her iPad called Chomp. In watching her use it, I realized that this is probably the simplest way to flip a class ever invented. So I want to share with you a couple of quick things you can do with an iPad and Chomp. So the first thing we'll do is we'll go and launch the application. Once I launch the application, you'll notice that I have pens that I can use to write with. I can adjust the color and the size of those pens. Now the drawback is I am writing with my finger, which is not the best way for those of us with questionable handwriting to begin with to write. But here's something interesting. If I choose the background and I choose to take a picture, I can use the picture in my iPad to take a picture of anything I like, in this case a map of Microsoft's Active Directory structure. And once I have something I want, I can click the camera icon and choose to use the picture. Then Chomp will ask me how I want the picture oriented. I can zoom it, stretch it, rotate it, whatever I like. Once I'm satisfied with how it will appear on the screen, I can click the Done button, and there it is. Now I'm going to hit the Complete Screen Erase button, which is the big cloth icon, and I can begin writing on top of this overlay. There is a stylus being made for the iPad that makes handwriting much easier, and the addition of a Bluetooth keyboard would certainly make this even better. At this point, Chomp doesn't have a way of invoking the on-screen keyboard. That would be a nice addition, but it's a free amp, so what do you want for nothing? I like the whole thing. If I want to add my voice, I can click on the record button, and it counts down for me and then begins recording everything I say, and includes that in that part of the presentation. Once I'm done, I can stop. It lets me preview my movie. I can either click share to post it, or I can hit the trash can and go back and start over. Up here in the upper left hand corner are various movies that have been done before. This is one my daughter did in the car on a long trip. If I want to share that, I can click the blue share button and I can copy the link from the web. I can email the project to myself. I can even tweet it. Notice that the first two simply point a shortcut to a file on the web. I'm going to open it in Safari now, and this is the actual file out on the internet, which I can then copy and paste that URL into anything to share it. If I email it to myself, it actually emails me the MP4 file, which then I can upload to YouTube or someplace else. It all depends on how you want to share it. If you view it on the web, you do get that little Chomp banner, unfortunately. If you choose the file itself, you don't have to be annoyed by that. So what if I find something online or somewhere else on the iPad I want to use in my presentation? Well, all I've got to do is whatever I'm viewing on the iPad, if I'd like to capture it, I can simply hit the sleep button on the iPad and then hit the home key and take a screen snapshot. So everything that I take a screen snapshot of then shows up in my photos folder, which I can then bring right into Chomp. So I'm going to go to my library, my camera roll, and all the screen captures I've done are in my camera roll. And there you go. Now it's in Chomp, and I can start writing over the top of it. finish my movie, and then email it to myself. It's about as simple as it gets.